I'm Joe Condon. Welcome to our program. This week we're talking about the 66th annual Albany Tulip Festival, which is going to be taking place in Washington Park. And with us to talk about the 66th annual Tulip Festival is Albany Mayor Kathy Sheehan. Mayor Sheehan, nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
And I have to say, you were right. We doubted you. But we thought that the snowbanks would not be gone in Washington Park in time for the Tulip Festival, but you did it.
Well, let's not jinx it. We have had May snow before, but it's looking good. It's looking good.
Well, the park looks beautiful right now. You got the fountains in Washington Park Lake, and the tulips are starting to pop up as well.
We have a wonderful crew that just does a spectacular job on that park, as well as volunteers that come and work on the park to get it ready for Tulip Festival, which is really when we show off that spectacular park.
Would you tell our viewers the history of the Albany Tulip Festival, how it all got started?
Well, it started back in, I believe it was 1949. This is the 66th annual Tulip Festival, and it was really a celebration of our Dutch heritage. And you may not know this, but there has always been a tulip queen, but there were tulip kings. We had two tulip kings the first 2 years of the Tulip Festival, and they served well, I'm sure.
Now, what happened? Why are there no more Tulip Kings?
I've been asking that question. And, you know, the Tulip Queen and her court receive scholarships. This is a scholarship opportunity for young women. And so we're looking at whether or not we should expand that opportunity to young men in our city as well.
Now, things start on Friday at 11:30 with the City Hall Carillon concert. That is always great to listen to, isn't it, the Carillon?
It's wonderful. It's right above my office. So I get to hear the Carillon. We have a great group of people who really are wonderful stewards of our Carillon.
And then at 12 noon, it's the procession and the scrubbing of State Street. Want to talk about that?
Yes, well, you're going to be emceeing it, so I'm looking forward to my first official street scrubbing as mayor. And again, it's a wonderful tradition where we have young people who assist with that, and it is something to come out for and see. And
you have all of the people in Dutch garb as well.
Absolutely.
And then after that, it's the Tulip Queens luncheon at 90 State Street this year.
That's right, which is a fundraising opportunity. We're going to be honoring my predecessor, Jerry Jennings, and in that luncheon. So that's another event at the Albany Hilton, and I believe you can still get tickets.
And then on Friday night, people can go over to the park and look at the tulips. And then Saturday, the excitement starts with 10 o'clock in the morning. Got something new this year, the drawing up Central Avenue.
Right. Well, you know, that's something that actually Central Avenue did last year, but this year they're doing it in coordination with Tulip Festival.
Okay.
It's an opportunity for our kids and kids at heart to be creative and use some sidewalk chalk and liven up our sidewalks. And
then over at Washington Park Lake House, you're getting ready for the Tulip Queen coronation. That starts at 11 o'clock with the Capital Land Chorus.
That's right.
And then at 11:30, you got the Mendelssohn Club. And then at 11:45, tell us about the Tulip Procession. What's going to happen in that?
Well, the Tulip Procession takes a trip through the park and ends up at the Lake House, where we will ultimately crown the next Tulip Queen.
And then you have the coronation at 12 noon, which is being emceed by B95's Chad O'Hara. Glad you're doing things with B95. That's a great radio station.
I've heard.
And tell us about the coronation and what happens at that particular point.
Well, the suspense of who the next Tulip Queen is going to be will be ended there, and we will announce the Tulip Queen, introduce her court, and it's just an exciting beginning to what will be a wonderful and we hope very enriching year for the Queen and her court.
And then at night, you have the Royal Tulip Ball at Wolford's Roost Country Club, which is always a great event.
That's right. It should be a spectacular event, and it's for a good cause as well. We're raising money. The proceeds are going to be going to Cap Rep and Proctor's, arts organizations that provide educational opportunities throughout the Capital Region for our young people, and so we're very excited about being able to raise money for the arts.
And you've always been very supportive of Proctor's as well, haven't you?
Proctor's, Cap Rep, and the Palace Theater, Park Playhouse. I mean, you know, these cultural opportunities are really what make a city and a region a place that becomes a destination, becomes a place that people want to live.
And then on Sunday of Tulip Festival weekend, you've got the 16th annual Mother of the Year ceremony at the Washington Park Lake House.
Right.
And for our viewers who are not familiar with that, would you tell them a little bit about it?
Well, that's probably the most intimidating for me because, you know, being in the presence of women women who've been nominated for Mother of the Year. I think mom is probably the most humbling job that I hold, and it is going to be a wonderful opportunity to celebrate women who have done an outstanding job in this very difficult role.
And then after the Mother of the Year ceremony, and we'll go back a little bit to Saturday and Sunday, you got lots of activities all weekend long in Washington Park, right?
That's right. That's right.
You got concerts and
there's a stage. I mean, there's really so much going on. There's a kids area. There's so much going on that I would encourage viewers to turn on or go to their computers, go to albanyevents.org, and there they can find the listings of the times for all the different things that are going to be going on at 2 different stages. We're going to have entertainment going on at the Lake House, also entertainment going on at the main stage. So it's just going to be a wonderful, fun-filled weekend.
And one of the great things about the Tulip Festival every year, if you like fair food, you have all kinds of food vendors all throughout the park.
Well, and there is a method to the madness of, registering those food carts, because we are looking for variety as well.
Right.
We want to provide people with the opportunity to sample fare from many different cultures and cuisines, as well as, the tried and true funnel cake.
Then after you were talking about arts in the city of Albany, after the Tulip, by the way, is there anything else about the Tulip Festival you want to say? That
I think we've hit it. I think we've hit it. Well, the tulips. We haven't talked about the tulips.
That's right. I'm sorry.
So we have planted over 75,000 bulbs in the park. We've planted over 181,000 bulbs across the city, 75,000 tulip bulbs just in the park alone. There will be an opportunity to vote for the best tulip.
Okay.
So there is a wonderful opportunity in each of the beds. It identifies, there's a map that lays out what you're looking at, and we want people to interact and to let us know what they think the best tulip is.
Well, that is great. Then moving from May into the month of June, you've got sort of a British invasion coming to the Capital Region. You've got Ringo Starr coming to the Palace Theater in June, and then you've got Paul McCartney coming to the Times Union Center in July. What's going on here?
It's very exciting.
Beatle reunion time.
We are able to attract really top quality, outstanding international acts to this city, and I think that that's something that we should all be very proud of.
Oh, well, but getting 2 Beatles and the same, I mean, you're doing good there. And then you got Bruno Mars, Bruce Springsteen, and Justin Timberlake.
That's right. That's right. So again, all international draws coming here to the Capital Region, and it really does drive economic development for our city.
Oh, sure.
There are people who will be coming from all over to go to the Paul McCartney concert, for example, to see Ringo Starr. People that follow these international acts, and it's a wonderful opportunity for our hotels, for our restaurants, and it really livens up downtown quite a bit.
And just down from the Palace Theater and the Times Union Center, you've got Corning Preserve and Alive at 5 this summer.
Yes, yes. I know everybody's anxiously awaiting the lineup. It is going to be released soon.
This is Mayor Sheehan's way of saying she's not going to tell us.
I'm not going to tell you, but I know what it is, and I think it's going to be really exciting. We wanted to focus on highlighting regional acts that are very, very popular in this area, because that draws people downtown, as well as bringing in acts that people maybe haven't seen or had the opportunity to see. So I think that our staff did an outstanding job, and I'm excited about the upcoming announcement.
But you won't.
But I will not tell you.
An Albany tourist attraction, which is not here right now, it's down in Staten Island, is the World War II ship, the USS Slater. Is that going to have a negative impact on tourism for a little while until it gets back up here?
Well, I think that the buzz of it coming back will hopefully make up for the loss. But, it's wonderful that we have incredible stewards of that wonderful, wonderful heritage attraction for this area. So I'm anxious to get it back in port, but I certainly think that we, again, have just such wonderful opportunities to have unique things in this area. It is a one of the kind, and I'm looking forward to having it back, but grateful that we have such great stewards that understand you got to take care of it in order for it to continue to provide opportunities for our youth and for visitors.
Well, the tough winter we alluded to at the beginning of the show, Lee Slater was also a victim of that, because that was supposed to go down the Hudson long ago, but it couldn't get through the ice.
Yes. I think there were some of us who were concerned that the ice was never going to thaw, but it has, and spring has arrived. So we're going to be moving full speed ahead.
Another beautiful place in the city of Albany is Lincoln Park. It's historic, a swimming pool where my mother took me down to have Red Cross swimming lessons a long time ago. What you got planned for Lincoln Park this summer?
Well, we're going to open it up. We, always bring in a great group of young people to be lifeguards, and we're looking forward to having programming there and getting the most use out of that park as possible.
That's a rather historic pool. That was during the Roosevelt administration. I guess that was put in, right?
I believe so, and it is just it's unique. It's a beautiful area, so we're looking forward to getting that open.
Now up in the city, you got Swinburne Park and Bleecker Stadium right next to each other on Clinton Avenue, and a major part of the summer is Twilight League baseball. That pretty much going to be the same deal again this summer?
It's going to be actually a little bit different. We wanted to make sure that that park is available to residents as well, and so we have worked with the Twilight League. They're going to be providing some baseball clinics for our young people.
Wow, that's great.
It's very exciting. We're going to have some wonderful announcements coming up once we get everything set and ready to go. But the kids, unfortunately, I don't want them to be thinking too much about spring because they still have 2 more months of school. So let's get them focused on that. But then we're looking forward to having some good opportunities for them as well.
Now, you were expressing concern about 6 Mile Waterworks and the water thawing in time.
Yes, for the stocking. The DEC always stocks the wonderful lake up there, and we were having visions of the fish flopping on ice, but fortunately it did thaw, and it was another wonderful opportunity. It was during spring break, so
right.
We had a lot of young people there. DEC was there. They had fishing poles and fishing clinics for our kids, and it was really great to see them scoop those fish out and set them free. So.
Well, that's a great picnic area there too, where a lot of church groups will have their
right.
summer picnics there, and you can go sailing or, as you said, fishing. Anything special at 6 Mile this summer?
Well, I would encourage people to get out there and fish. We have stocked it, and it's a wonderful place for people to enjoy. It's really an oasis in the city.